Right, let's get going, guys. Let's grab a ball and let's just, as we do each morning, just throw it back and forth. The last couple of days, we did quite a lot of thinky type stuff. I'm going to move my camera up a bit, so I don't know if you can. So we're going to do a bit more body today, and just kind of get into our space. We've got a few things to reflect on and think about, but let's just plant ourselves in our space right now. And before we do anything with our mind, let's just watch that ball and let's just warm our hands up. So whatever you're doing with the other hand when you throw the ball, change it each time. I want you to bring as many sensations and as many movements and as much mobility to each of those fingers, that wrist, as possible. So just concentrate on that other hand and try and get into kind of a flow, almost like a meditation flow, if you like, of just watching that other hand and what that other hand does. And so just pass that ball back and forth as fast as you can, but just bring as much as you can. Let's just do that just as we look around our space. Be aware of that hand and just find something in your space that you have not looked at in a while, wherever you are, if it's your space or another space, something that you've not looked at in a while. Be real detailed. So try and find maybe a bit of skirting board that you've never even looked at. And just notice it. Notice that it's there. Keep those hands moving. Keep the changing. Okay, and then let's just plant our feet into the ground and let's push them into the ground. And let's just take we're going to take three deep breaths in and out. Okay, and what we're going to do today is as we breathe in, we're going to widen the arms. So our full breath is here, and then we're going to bring them back together. Now, when your full breath is here, what I want you to do, Rian's popping in. What I want you to do is I want you to throw this ball from that arm to that hand to that hand. I don't want you to bend the arm, so you're only allowed to use your wrist, but we're going to do that once we're at full capacity with our breath. Morning, Rian. So we're going to start here, and let's do it for 6 seconds. We're going to breathe in for 6 seconds. 6, 5, widen the arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's hold that breath and maybe do 2 or 3 attempts at throwing that ball without the use of our elbows into the other hand. As much as we've done this, I've never caught it in all these weeks. No elbows bending, Andrew, just wrists. Kind of almost feels like I need to lean back. It's a bit of a tricky one. Okay, and breathe out. Okay, so as we breathe out, let's bring our arms back together. So really the idea here is not necessarily what we're doing with the board. It's more so kind of expanding our lungs, holding that breath, and then bringing it back in together and just kind of feeling them sensations as we go. So let's do that again. So let's start here. Over 6 seconds, we're going to breathe in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 until we're here. And then we just usually maybe have an attempt or two for as long as you feel you can hold your breath. And then bring those arms back together as we breathe out. Okay, let's roll our shoulders. Let's just jump up and down a second. And actually, as we jump, what I want you to do is, you can't really see my ball here, but it's bouncing up and down in the hand. So what I want you to do is, as you jump, just let that ball bounce up and down in that hand. Maybe bring your hands together and see if you can jump enough to kind of let it fly out that hand and into the other one. So we're not actually throwing it, and we're not using any energy from the wrist. It's more so the jump that creates the energy and the gravity that we fall faster than the ball, and we can change over. So let's just do that for a second. And let's just get into our body, feel all them sensations. Okay, and then come back to standing still. And we're going to do that one more time. But this time what we're going to do, we're going to fill our belly up with a smile. And we're going to fill our mind up with some gratitude. So whatever you're grateful for, whether that's something new or something that's happened or whatever it is, let's just find that in our head this morning. So let's breathe in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, wide arms here. Let's have 2 attempts at throwing and try and catching it in that hand without the use of those elbows. And then breathing out as we come back together with the hands. And let's just go back to what we started on. Let's just move the hands in lots of different directions. Let's try and feel whatever sensations we can in that hand. And let's go to a 4-1, 4-1. And let's just take a moment to look through that 4-1. So through that 4-1 this morning, there is a pile of kindness right through there in whatever form that looks like for you. It's invisible particles, let's say. It's just floating in the air. A pile of kindness. And we're going to look through that window and you're just going to tell yourself right now that you're going to be really kind to yourself today. So what I want you to do is as we 4-1, what I want you to do is I want you to reach through that window and grab a little bit of it. So as we 4-1, reach through and grab some every time with the other hand. So I've kind of got this thing going on now. Try and find somewhat rhythm there. Okay, and let's just take that ball and just balance it on our head, and let's just have a breath there. Okay, so just keep that on your head if you, for however long. And let's just take a deep breath in. As you've got all the way in, let's bring a smile to your face, a smile to your tummy. Find them sensations in that tummy. Grab each end of your tummy and pull it up into that smile. And when you pull it, feel it and breathe out. Let's do that same thing again, but we're going to intensify that smile. Think about that kindness that you're giving yourself today. So breathing in, 6, 5, 4, 3. Grab the ends of the tummy, pull them up, 2, 1, feel it, make it smile, make yourself laugh, and then breathe out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's grab 2 more balls, okay? And let's just start off with the 3-3. So as I said a little bit ago, yesterday and the day before, we did a lot of thinking, and I just want to just get into juggling this morning and just be, concentrate on that a little bit more as opposed to the new things that we're thinking, and just maybe add our body into it a little bit. So let's just start with the 3-3. In this whole section, we're just going to go 3-3. I want you to add a third ball if you can every now and then, or if you're like Rianne, keep that 4th ball on your head, which I'm loving. I think I'm going to try it, but I don't think I can talk to you guys and do this and do that. So it might fail, but we will see. If you can add another ball on your head, Pete's got it on there as well. 3-3, 3-3. Let's just find some consistency with 2 there, okay? And then every now and then throw the 3rd ball in, okay? So let's just start with that. So if you're just starting out, you can do this with 3 balls in your hand and then just 1 that's going across. Just like that, okay? The idea in the beginning really is to just get them throws perfect. So you're not having to move those catching hands. Then 3-3, 3-3 with the 2 balls. And every now and then add that 3rd ball in and recognize when you add that 3rd ball in, there's a bit of kindness that you're giving yourself this morning. And what I'm going to do is as we just practice our 3-3-3 in whatever way you're doing that, try and listen to me, try and think past the balls, try and continue finding some kindness for yourself. And we're just going to play first thought, best thought. So I'm going to shout out a word and you're going to catch the first word that jumps into your head. And we're going to see if you learn about something about this morning, something about your head, something about how you feel. Okay, so let's continue with the 3-3. 3-3-3. If you add in that 3rd ball, just every now and then, just recognize it as you. I'm loving it. You put it on your head as well, Rianne. After good. Really nice. So that first thought, or my first word, is yesterday. My second word is today. And my third word is tomorrow. So you should have three things in your head there. They might be the same, they might be different. What I want you to do is I want you to, if you can do your cascade, just run through your cascade. If you want to add anything else to it every now and then, feel free to. If you're just working with two balls, it's just the throw, throw, catch, catch. With that third ball in your hand. If you're not quite there yet, you can do the same thing with just one, going back and forth. What I want you to do is I want you to look at these balls and I want you to identify one as today. I want you to identify one as yesterday. And I want you to identify one as tomorrow. And as you juggle these three balls in whatever way you want to, and feel free to have a moment to stop and think if you want to do that. Think about those three words that came to your head. Think about juggling those three words. And by sticking all of those three words in the same pot and mixing them up and taking them out and juggling them, what thoughts that inspires? What can you learn from it? So let's just take about a minute. So let that wash over to practice. And as you do that, if you can look past the balls around the room, do that. Maybe find the thing that you looked at this morning. Maybe look through that window again. And now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine all of this, whatever you're doing with your hands, is creating energy for your day. You're making this happen. You and these balls, you are making, through all of the practice that has come before now, through all of that learning, you are making this happen right now. And that is creating energy for our today, our tomorrow. Okay, let's just stop. Let's take those three balls on our heart for a second. And let's just swing our arms around in a circle. Just one as we hold these balls there. And just feel whatever you feel in your shoulder. If you can't do it with your arm, do it with your leg, do it with something else. But just hold these three balls on your heart. Let's switch it over. Switch it over to your other arm. Maybe use a different leg or a foot even. As long as we kind of picking a joint, let's say, from the body and feeling that sensation. So as we feel that, let's just imagine all of that energy that we've just created here, going in here, and just flooding our body. Let's do it with both arms. Wake up our arms for the day, our shoulders, our body. And let's go back. Okay, let's do a bit of a visualization. So we're going to go with two or three balls. I'm going to work with two. Some things on this three might be a little bit trickier for, but we'll go as we go. So let's start with 1-1, a 1 and a 1. Do it this way. It's kind of almost creating that circle if I'm looking down onto it. Okay, 1-1. That is our door. So what we're going to do is we're going to visualize walking out into our imaginary world that we've been building the last week and a half. So 1-1 is our door. So let's imagine ourselves right now walking to the entrance of the space that we're in, walking outside. And once you get there, what I want you to do is I want you to stop and I want you to go to a 2-2. Let's keep these balls, these two conscious in our mind, and just look around the space. Where are you? Let's make this a space that is empowering for us, makes us feel good. So it might not necessarily be, it might be the garden, it might be the kitchen, but it might be a beach or it might be somewhere else. And look around. Imagine things there that make you feel good. 3-1. 3-1. In front of you, there are 3 options, 3 roads, 3 dirt tracks, 3 sand dunes, 3 anything you want. That 3 is representing that, and that 1 down there is representing that choice. You can go down either one of them. You are free to explore either one. But what's important is the 4-4. And as we look on the right, we see one road, and as we look on the left, we see another road. So we don't know where to go, so we're going to just walk straight down the middle, okay, and that middle road. Okay, we're going to name these roads as we did yesterday. One road is our heart, all that magic, all those wishes, all those dreams. And the other road is our head. Sometimes the things that creep up in our mind and say we can't do that, or that's too much, there's too many barriers in the way, or, you know, all of the logistics maybe to make all of that happen. We're going to just, as we do a 4-4 now, we're just going to back up as much as we can, and we're just going to walk forward. And I don't want you to try not to look at these balls. I want you to look forward, okay, and just recognize these balls being those 2 things. We're always going to have them dreams. They power us. They make us. And we're always going to have our everyday things that we need to do, and everything that comes to us. And this is just really now, as we do this exercise, about observing those balls, observing your surroundings, observing everything that's in your space, your imaginary space. And know you can pick these balls up at any time, at any point through the day, which I've started doing quite a bit. It's just even this just helps me to kind of chill my head for a second, to just take a step back or look from the outside in. And let's just jump to a 3-3. That 3-3 is the energy, that infinity, the ongoing thoughts, the ongoing it's us. Let's go back to a number 2, and let's just back up, and let's just observe the space, observe the roads, maybe pick out something else that's there, find another tree or another animal or whatever is in your space, it's yours. So what we're going to do to finish off, I'm going to read a quote to finish off. We're going to put one ball on our head, and we're going to put the other ball on our arm like this. I'll demonstrate in your own time. You can do it. At the same time, you're going to drop both balls. You're going to catch the head ball in the one hand, and then the same arm, you're going to catch the ball in that hand. I'm watching this one. Yes, that was so smooth, Rian. I could only watch one at a time. Okay, so the quote, guys, is from this lovely magazine that I've been, it's Psychology's magazine. But it is, be kinder to yourself and let your kindness flood the world. And there is a lovely little image that goes with it, which is probably what would be in my world. It's this lovely little blossom tree. Anyways, guys, have a lovely day. And I will see you tomorrow for our final one of the week, our little reflection day. And have a beautiful one. And I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. Cheers for joining in live, guys. We're back tomorrow for our final day of the week, and then we're back on Monday. So again, this week's theme is heart, hands, and head. And last week's was dreams, goals, and habits, and we're just merging those 2 things for our next 9 weeks. So